talking about Lorenzo, Tejada, and what we can expect from him in season 3. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my Power Book 2 videos, as I'm coming to you with new videos every day this week after the season finale to give you additional information on what we can expect, what we should look forward to, and discussing some of your theories after we saw the finale. Now, in the finale, one of the most tumultuous decisions made by the writers was for Lorenzo Tejada to kill Zeke. And in all honesty, now that I've sat with it for a few hours and rewatched the episode a few times, I could totally see this coming, as Lorenzo didn't give a damn about Zeke from the jump. He didn't have any outward animosity towards him. However, Zeke wasn't actually a factor on his radar. And truth be told, we got to see this with Lorenzo's coming home party when Zeke shows up with his friends and Lorenzo treats him like a stranger on the streets because he had never put eyes to who Zeke actually was. He only heard about him while he was on the inside. And when everything comes out and Diana busts that bubble wide open about Zeke's dad being Dante and how Monet has been interacting with him recently, we can only assume that his indifference to Zeke gets stronger. And while Lorenzo 100% did not mean to kill Zeke, he did, and now he's hiding it, which is going to make it even worse. As Monet enters season 3 and she's going to be struggling with grief, dealing with family, and having to answer to her sister about what happened to their son, Lorenzo is going to be focused on putting his organization back together, and that Mecca actually being killed means that they have no connect, and he has to be able to maintain and provide for the family, especially now because Monet is not going to be thinking about the business at all. Now, while he's attempting to reconstruct his organization, find a new connect, he also is going to have to navigate Monet and her process of trying to get to the bottom of who actually killed Zeke. I think that we're going to spend a lot of season 3 with Monet getting very, very close to discovering who actually killed Zeke, and then ultimately when she gets too close, Lorenzo is going to come clean. I also can see that this could create an additional war within the Tejada family, and the one thing that I'm very curious about is if the Tejada children are going to stay loyal to Lorenzo, because they seem to be very loyal to him regardless of anything. However, can they be loyal to him after they know that he killed their brother? Season 3 will be as he's the one who put the bullets in Zeke's back, so we're definitely going to see a lot of violence and moving and shaking as he establishes or reestablishes their drug organization. This is also going to refuel the beef between Drew and Kane, or Kane's beef with Drew, because Drew don't actually have no smoke for Kane, but Kane is still going to want to be the number 2, as he reminisces on the idea that he could have been Mecca's number 2 for the whole New York distro had Mecca actually made it. Now, Kane is very loyal and he loves his family, so of course he didn't want Mecca to make it, but I do think that Kane's selfish ambitions are going to start to mirror or rear their ugly heads in season 3, as Lorenzo has to rebuild that organization and he still chooses to do so with Kane by his side. Now, I do think that Lorenzo is going to choose to keep Kane a little bit closer than he did before, but he still is going to make it very, very clear to Kane that he is not in charge and or not the number 1 choice. I think that Kane is going to have to sit with some of the decisions made in season 2 episode 10, because he was completely left out of the full planning of the takedown of Mecca, and that's going to have him feeling a type of way. But you're going to have to check out my Kane Tejada What's Next video to know all of my deep dive of what I expect from him in season 3. Back to Lorenzo, I can see him totally trying to reconnect with Monet and keep the romance going within their relationship. However, they are going to struggle, and they're going to struggle hard, because I would definitely believe Monet is going to grieve for at least the first 5 episodes. Now, the biggest question for me is, of the Tejadas who are going to go to war internally, which one is going to survive, and if Lorenzo is actually going to make it all the way through season 3. Monet is going to be mad. Is she going to be mad enough to put a bullet in Lorenzo as a sweet kind of justice for the killing of Zeke? Honestly, I don't know, but I would love to know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, if you made it to the end of this video and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit subscribe. This was my quick breakdown of what's next for Lorenzo Tejada in season 3. You can check out my quick breakdown of